Hi everyone, this is Kamil here. Welcome in my photography course, introduction. Before we start actually talking about photography, becoming a photographer, let's quickly think about what it means to be a photographer. So who is a photographer? How do you define a photographer? For me, a photographer is somebody who has a camera in his or her hand and takes photos. That's a photographer. If you have any other definition of a photographer, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, you are a photographer the moment you take camera in your hands and start taking photos. You might be a bad photographer or a good photographer, nevertheless you are a photographer. So I hope that's clear, and it would be beneficial for you if you actually follow that way of thinking. Another thing, what it means to be a professional photographer. Professional photographer, let's assume that it's a person who makes money by taking and selling photos. So, or actually not only makes money, but makes his or her living doing the profession of a photographer. Now, what it takes to be a good or bad photographer? What does it mean that somebody is a good or bad photographer? I would say a good photographer is somebody who takes good photos. So what does it mean? What is a good photo? A good photo is a photo that people generally consider to be good. So it's difficult to measure. I mean, there is some certain criteria to decide whether a photo is good or bad, but ultimately it's just an opinion. I like this photo, it's a good photo. Oh, I don't like this one, it's not good. So among professionals, they might have a look at your photo and say, yeah, no, this is not a good photo because this or that and that. But there might be somebody who will come and say, actually, I like this photo, this is a good photo. So you need to decide whether you are a good photographer or bad, or how you want to improve, and how you want to judge it, what criteria you want to use. So don't worry, if you think that you're a bad photographer, don't worry, it doesn't matter. After this course, you will be a good photographer. You will consider yourself a good photographer. Maybe not very good, maybe not a professional, but definitely a good photographer. That's what you need to think. I'm a good photographer. I might be not as good as a professional, but I am a good photographer. This will help you to go through the course. So, that's the end of the introduction, and please watch my next video.